This video will show you how to access your graded assignments and the feedback on those assignments. So if you're looking at the first page when you open up, it's usually the announcement page. So you go to this link on the left-hand side that says Accessing Graded Assignments, and you click on that. So this will take you to a page, and there are various tabs. One tab says All, so that gives you all of the possible assignments for this class. That's kind of overwhelming, because that's a lot of things. So there's some views that might be a little bit more, might narrow the field. In most classes, the Upcoming might be a useful tab, because that will tell you things that have upcoming due dates. And I'm not sure how it just decides like what's upcoming. But since I don't really have any due dates on anything, that's really not a lot more helpful than all the assignments, because I think it's pretty much all the assignments. However, your graded assignments, that would be useful. That would be the ones that you've done. So that's the ones you probably want to look at. But you might also want to look at the submitted ones. These are ones that you've submitted, but need to be graded by hand, at least in part, that I haven't gotten to yet. So if you want to see your feedback and what grade you got on an assignment, the graded ones are the way to go. But if you just want to see what you did on an assignment, you might want to look in the submitted if you can't find it in the graded. Okay, so accessing these is not really intuitive. So what you need to do is first you click on the name of the assignment. So here where it says Concept Check 3, you click on that. And that doesn't look like a hot link, but it is. Then once you're here, you go to where it says Calculated Grade, and you click on that. Again, it doesn't look like a hot link, but it is. And that will take you to to the test. And it'll show you how you answered it, and whether it was right or not. And if this is one that I could leave feedback with the questions, there might be some feedback with the questions. But there will definitely be feedback at the end. Oh, except I don't seem to have left any on this one. Oh, that's because this one, I haven't actually graded it yet. So this is one where the system self-grades it, and I haven't gone and written the final feedback. So let me go back to a different assignment. So this Learning Module 3.1, you'll see under the feedback, you can see there's feedback that's been left. So you can see it right when you look at your thing, but then you can also go in and actually look at it in context with the test. So you can see the ones I got right, the ones I got wrong. And then, interesting, you can't actually see the feedback here, which is a little annoying. I thought you could. So you can only see it when you're not in the test. So that's not as helpful as I would like it to be. But there's nothing I can do about that. That's just the way Blackboard is set up. Okay, and then finally, let me just show you another one. So what happens if you want to look at one that hasn't been graded yet? So I had this one that was under the submitted ones. So again, you click on the name, and then where it says calculated grade, so that legend where it has the little yellow circle with the exclamation mark in it, that says needs grading. So if you click on that little yellow circle, it will take you to your completed test. And here I assume, I'll have to go and check one after I give feedback on this one, but I would assume that if I left feedback, it would be given right here. So the questions that allow me to leave feedback right in the question, I think you can see when you're looking at the test. But apparently not the feedback that I give at the end. You can only see that when you're not in the test. So that's something for me to keep in mind when I'm leaving feedback. Maybe leave it in a different place. Like now I am leaving that I have added to each test that question that says, well, if you have questions about this module or this concept check, you can ask them here. So that might be a good place for me to leave just sort of general feedback. I've been reserving that to use for answering your question if you ask one, but that might be a good place for general feedback. Anyway, that's how you access your submitted tests and the feedback on the tests.